Have you ever stopped to wonder what it really means to unlock your full potential? Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful idea, one that goes way beyond the usual advice. We're talking about a principle that harmonizes our body, mind, and spirit. So, let's jump right in.
And believe it or not, it all starts with something as simple as a game. I mean, we usually think of sports as just physical, right? It's a way to stay fit or maybe get a little competitive. But what if that harmony we see on the field actually holds a key to understanding ourselves on a much, much deeper level?
So first up, let's talk about the spirit of the game. It's actually pretty amazing how sports can bring people together. Think about it. You can have nations with totally different foods, customs, you name it, but somehow the field of play becomes this incredible common ground.
And I love how this is described. It's called a divine spirit of friendliness and camaraderie. I mean, wow. That's this powerful unifying energy that lets people connect on a level that just goes way beyond all their surface level differences.
So, the big takeaway here, in the heat of a game, all those things that make us different, they just kind of melt away. And that spirit of unity, it's like a powerful sneak peek into how we could all connect, a model for a more harmonious way to live together.
Okay, so obviously, the most direct benefit of sports is physical, right? It's the foundation, the starting point for sure. But, and this is a big but, our journey today goes way deeper than just that. And when you break it down, you see two really clear benefits. You improve your health, and you experience genuine joy. Both are, of course, super important. But what if this is just the beginning? What if there's way more to our development than just feeling good in our bodies?
And that leads us to a really crucial question. Is a healthy body the whole story? I mean, is being physically fit the end-all, be-all of our existence? Well, it turns out there's another really vital layer to who we are that, honestly, we often forget about.
Because we have another body, yeah? Besides the physical one we can see and touch, there's a second, more subtle one, and it needs just as much of our attention and care.
So what is this second, unseen part of us? It's the mind. This is where we're going to shift our focus now, moving from the physical to the mental, to explore what's sometimes called the subtle body.
So let's break that down. What exactly is this subtle body? It's our mind. That whole inner world of thoughts, feelings, and our consciousness. And the core idea here is that taking care of the health and purity of our mind is just as vital as physical fitness. You really can't have true well-being with one and not the other. And here's the thing. Developing the mind isn't just about being smarter or acing a test. It's about cultivating large-heartedness. Think of it this way. This is how we get to that mental purity, by expanding our ability to feel empathy, to be generous, and to free our minds from those narrow, selfish thought patterns.
So all of this brings us to the core concept of this whole explainer, the harmony principle. And it's this incredibly powerful idea that real, true growth doesn't come from focusing on just one part of ourselves. It comes from harmoniously integrating all three: our body, our mind, and our spirit.
This quote just says it all perfectly. True humanness isn't something you just achieve, like checking a box. It blossoms, but, and this is key, it can only really flourish when our body, mind, and spirit are all developed together in perfect harmony. So, you might be asking, okay, what does this path actually look like? Well, you can think of it as a three-part journey. Step 1, we build a strong foundation by developing our body. Step 2, we purify the mind by working on that compassion and large-heartedness. And finally, step 3, we nurture our spirit, connecting to our deeper values and our sense of purpose. Okay, let's put these two paths side by side to really see the difference. On one side, you've got an unbalanced life. You might be content with just the physical benefits, good health, a little bit of joy. But on the other side, a harmonious life, one that nurtures all three parts, that's where true humanness blossoms. It's a totally different outcome, isn't it? And this brings us right back to where we started. With sports. The challenge here, really, is to take all that passion and dedication we pour into a game and redirect it inward, towards our own moral and spiritual growth. Just imagine, for a second, what we could achieve with that kind of focus. So, the big question is, how do we actually bring this principle into our own lives? Because this isn't just some lofty, philosophical idea, right? It's meant to be a practical framework for living a more balanced, a more fulfilling life. And so, I'll leave you with a question to take with you. In the great game of your own life, where is your focus really? Are you nurturing your body, your mind, and your spirit in harmony? Something to think about. Thanks so much for exploring this with me today.